Here we go, 20 lap race is underway. Let's sort my screen out quickly. Tyres, interval and track map on. And here we go, Matt Brown leads the way in the Alpine from Brad Mason. Everyone is on the softs. We have got the formation lap on, so I haven't missed anything. Everyone's on softs except Mansis in the Aston Martin, who has chosen to go on the mediums. I will now find Twitch again and come back out into viewer mode. And it's saying I'm offline. Why is it saying I'm offline? No, it is saying I'm live, that's good. Alright, it says offline. The way to check is to go back out of it. And DRS. And there we are. So hello everyone who has joined me. First stream on F123. Couple of races from the USA today. The DRS League just having a little warm up with the new game. A few double header events on the 35% distance. So we've had a one-shot quali, and it's put Matt Brown on pole position in the Alpine, from Brad Mason in second, Mansis in third, ahead of the two Ferraris. I've got two smugs again. One of them's Finn. Bit of a spin there for Brad Mason, warming his tyres up to the extreme. We're getting ready to go. Do drop a comment on either my own or the DRS Dynamic Racing League Twitter feed, so I will give you a shout out. Here we go. And lights out and away we go. And Matt Brown leads them away. A bit of a sluggish start from Brad Mason, and he looks vulnerable, but Matt Brown's gone deep in the first corner, and that has led Brad Mason to come alongside him, and Brad Mason will get the lead here. Brad Mason gets the lead through the slalom section, and off at the back is Easy Life. Easy Life is off at the back. And I think also losing places there was, I'm not sure which one's Finley and which one's Smug. I will find out. But Brad Mason then leads from Matt Brown in second. Simon is up to third. In the Ferrari from MK5 on Bags Alpine in fourth. Mansis down to fifth. The Aston Martin from, I'm not sure whether it's Smug or Finley, in sixth, with Scornful Griffin, the TSL champion, in seventh. The McLaren. Matt Bloom in eighth. In the Aston Martin, a little bit of a wobble there. 50 Gent in the Merc is 9th, from Sloth in 10th, and then the other two, the second of the Smugs on your screen, and Easy Life, who had some problems at the back. Nobody pitting though, so no damage making anybody pit. Do pop in and say hello if you're watching on either of the channels. My own channel, as you can see at the bottom, Robbie_Butler, and Dynamic Racing League UK. the Leagues channel. Hopefully be with you most Mondays and Thursdays now on comms for this league, which is a merger between the DRS and the TSL for next season. Going to be a super championship, and Mansis drops another position there to the second Ferrari, but he's fighting it back. Mansis fights back, and Scornful's looking to get involved as well. Brad Mason up at the front then, only just. He set the fastest lap of the race, but not for long. MK5 on bags. As DRS is now enabled. And Matt Brown is in within distance of getting some of that DRS assistance. And Simon MK5 behind R as well. 50 Gent up a place there, ahead of the Sloth. Easy Life picks up a penalty, so easy through that slalom section to do that. Here at Kota, MK5 on bags getting very close to the back of Syme there. And the Alpine driver might fancy a move here. As you can see, side by side, and he gets the race well before the corner. MK5 on bags up to third place behind his teammate now, who is almost pushing Brad Mason around that corner. The Sloth has retaken 50 Gent there, further down the field. And Scornful and Mansis, Scornful and Smug have now overtaken Mansis, who is struggling with the medium tyres at the moment and has his teammate for company now. MK5 on bags picks up a penalty. He had just got into the podium positions. He just did the fastest lap of the race, but also picked up that penalty. We'll go to the front as Matt Brown continues to chase MK5. 50 Gent has overtaken the Sloth again. They're having a right little ding dong at the back of the field. Sloth now taking it back again. Let's go to them because they're having a bit of fun there. The Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes. Thanks, Bunny's Vengeance. Just letting me know that Smug is in the Ferrari, and the other one showing a Smug here, the Alfa Romeo, that is in fact Centra Finley. So Sloth then chasing 50 Gent again, side by side again, and through he goes again. A great battle between these two at the back of the field. We're going to head to the front though, as the two Alpines are hunting down this McLaren in front. Brad Mason, who took the lead on the opening couple of corners from Matt Brown and MK5. Look at MK5 going now, as Easy Life picks up another penalty. The two Alpines right on the tail of the leader. Syme is a couple of seconds back ahead of Scornful Griffin and Smug Git. Mansis has dropped back to 7th ahead of his teammate Max Bloom. 50 Gent and Sloth are swapping places all the time in 9th and 10th. They're at it again. We're going to stay with the leaders at the moment, as one or both of these Alpines might be in a position And off is the Sloth. Sloth is off. And I think 50 Gent and Sloth may have taken each other out now, because they've both dropped to the back. And through into the lead goes Matt Brown. Matt Brown retakes the lead then from Brad Mason. Off again is 50 Gent at the back. But Matt Brown is back in front from Brad Mason. MK5 on bags right there behind, as you can see. These three have got a bit of a gap now to Syme. And round now goes MK5 on bags, has spun. And he's going to drop a couple of places because of that. That promotes Syme up to third and Scornful to fourth. MK5 rejoins without any damage. He is now fifth, ahead of Smug Git, who's got Mansis right behind. .50 Gent and the Sloth are still at it at the back, even after their coming together or accident that we didn't see on stream. And now look at the move coming from Brad Mason up the inside. Brad Mason goes up the inside of Matt Brown, and he's going to have DRS. Surely he's going to go get a pass here. And back into the lead goes Brad Mason in the McLaren. This is a great battle for the lead at the moment. Matt Brown just a little deep there. Maybe cost him a couple of tenths. Brad Mason will be hoping he can stretch out to over a second to stop the effects of the DRS. Lap 6 is finishing. Lap 7 of 20 begins. Of course, these will be one-stop races, and MK5 on bags, as I speak, is in the pits. And the Sloth picks up a time penalty. So MK5 on bags, the first one to pit, and he's followed by Finley. And off there is Brad Mason. I looked away for a second, and the leader has had an accident, and he's gone off, and Matt Brown has taken the lead back. Syme has been promoted now to second. Scornful Griffin is third, and his teammate Brad Mason has dropped from first to fourth. They're followed by Smug Git and Mansis. Then it's Max Bloom. MK5's come back out of the pits in 8th place. 50 Gent from Finley, and the Sloth and Easy Life at the back. Easy Life has also made his pit stop. Here comes Finley then. Up the inside. Is he going to go up the inside? Not this time. But he's surely going to get the pass done, and a big wobble in behind from the Sloth. Finley passes 50 Gent. And Matt Brown pits from the lead. Into the pits comes Matt Brown. He's going to come back out. Where's his teammate? Just coming around the last corner. And Matt Brown comes out of the pit lane. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. Matt Brown comes out just in front of his teammate, as you can see. MK5 on bags just behind him there. So could this be where Mansis makes the alternative strategy pay? He's of course started on the medium tyres. They'll be coming into their own now where the others are looking to pit and get rid of their softs. The Sloth is doing just that. Can Mansis get anywhere near making a move on Smug Git then? Not on this occasion. He does get a much better exit though. And he's following him very closely now. Let's see which of the leaders pit on this occasion. Syme goes through for another lap. Scornful Griffin pits. Brad Mason's pits, and they're going to be double stacking here at McLaren. This could hurt Brad Mason. Smug and Mansis have continued. We expected Mansis. Brad Mason did have to wait there, and that's going to cost him, I think, as MK5 on bag sets the fastest lap of the race. The two Alpines have overtaken the two McLarens, and it's now, I was going to say it's very symmetrical, as it was Ferrari, Aston, Alpine, but both the Alpines have now got Mats Bloom, who's yet to pit. They're off on their way. The two McLarens have come out behind. So Scornful and Brad. And we've got somebody off, and I think it's Mats Bloom. Mats Bloom is off. As you can see, the soft tyre is not going well for him. Smug has got a penalty in amongst all that. Syme's got a nice lead out in front. Surely going to be pitting this time. So the 8-second gap might actually help Smug not get held up as Brad Mason did in the pits. Syme then, in he comes. Into the pits comes Syme. Is Smug going to continue? He does. So Smug continues. Mansis is now right behind Smug, going up the hill. Both the Alpines have passed Syme, who's coming out of the pits now. He's going to be passed by Scornful, but not by Brad Mason. So Syme rejoins in 6th place. Mats Bloom also in for his pit stop. MK5 on bags getting very close to his teammate Matt H. Brown, but picks up a 3-second penalty. That's not going to help his cause. Mats Bloom is going to rejoin in 10th as 50 Gent pits. Smug is your leader, but he's yet to pit. He's chased by Mansis, who's also yet to pit on the alternative strategy. And look at the Alpines in behind. MK5 on bags passes Matt Brown for 3rd. Sloth and 50 Gent are at it again at the back. They're having a right old scrap. Surely Smug will pit soon. And a yellow, and that's Mats Bloom out of the race. And it's a safety car. And could this be a godsend for Smug and Mansis? But Smug's gone through. And Mansis is into the pit wall. Smug has got a drive through. I think we had some disconnections there. Mansis hit the pit wall. Some others are pitting again. And now Finley has got a drive through also. I mean, let's have a look here. Finley has got a drive through, not Smug. And now Finley's been disqualified, I think. Finley's been disqualified. Smug leads, he hasn't yet pitted. He's got a 3-second penalty. MK5 is on in 5th. He has a 6 seconds of penalties. Easy Life has 9 and Sloth has 3 further down the field. Tyre wise, some have stuck to their mediums. Scornful has gone to new softs. MK5's gone to new mediums, which is a strange choice. And Mansis, of course, got that free pit stop but negated it by hitting the pit wall, and he is now 7th. So it's all happening. Smug get leads. Smug get leads from Matt Brown. Brad Mason and MK5 seem to be changing places a bit. Smug is now going to pit. It seems to be a delayed reaction from him, because he will now drop right down the field. And he's going to end up all the way down in 8th place. Sloth is just coming around the final corner, so he won't quite get up with them yet. Of course, it is safety car conditions, so these two at the back will catch up eventually. Thanks for clarifying, Smug. It's Finley in the Ferrari who has just pit and is down to 8th, and it was Smug who got disqualified in the Alfa Romeo. So apologies for that, folks. It is a glitch to do with them using the same EA name. So we've got that clarified now anyway. So let's go through the order then. While they're behind the safety car, Matt Brown is back in front in the Alpine. Syme is in 2nd in the Ferrari from Brad Mason in 3rd. Then it's MK5 on bags in 4th. Scornful Griffin is 5th. Mansis is in 6th. Easy Life is up to 7th. With Finley in 8th in the Ferrari. Sloth is in 9th and 50 Gent is 10th. And the safety car is in at the end of this lap. So just 2 of the 12 that started no longer going. That's Max Bloom, who caused the safety car with the crash, and Smug, who was disqualified. And hello Dingers in the chat. I'm very well, very much enjoying the new game. Very much enjoying the new game, and hopefully be bringing you some more soon. And hello Wavy in the Dynamic Racing League chat. This race is one of a few warm-up events for the new game, and through into 2nd goes Brad Mason. They're 3 wide, and MK5 on bags is going to take 2nd, is he? Yes, he is. So Matt Brown leads from MK5 on bags. Brad Mason drops to 3rd with Syme in 4th. Scornful Griffin behind him. And then Mansis. Safety cars brought them all together. As I was saying, Wavy, this is a series of special warm-up events for the new game before the new DRS season gets underway, where they're doing a few double headers. Matt Brown trying to move to break the toe, but MK5 is attacking his teammate, and MK5 on bags goes into the lead. And look at Brad Mason trying to follow him through. And Brad Mason gets the inside line now. Oh, he's picked a time penalty up there while he was scrapping for second. That's going to be costly. As Matt Brown tries to make the move and forces Brad Mason wide. Scornful and Simon getting involved behind. This is brilliant racing. Scornful trying to go up the inside. Simon will try and retake the place. Marcis looks on behind. And Scornful, as you can see, takes the place from Syme, and Marcis is right in behind him. Excellent view on the helicam there. As Sloth picks up a penalty, off goes Scornful Griffin. Scornful Griffin is off and drops to the rear of the field. MK5 on bags is showing incredible pace. He's already 1.6 seconds up the road. Thanks Miller Vanilla for saying what I was trying to say in the chat. It's a few double headers on the 35% distance warm-up races as Marcis and Syme are side by side. The action keeps interrupting me. As Miller Vanilla says, we've got Vegas next. We've got another tour on Thursday, and then the following Monday and possibly Thursday as well. Just as a warm-up before the new league starts. So Marcis then up to 4th ahead of Syme, and DRS is now enabled for the final 5 laps. We're on lap 15 of 20. Sloth's picked up another penalty. Syme is going up the inside of Marcis, who will battle it all the way. Sloth and 50 Gent are scrapping still. And we'll have another look at the penalties as Matt Brown picks up a penalty now. As does Marcis. Everyone now except 50 Gent, Scornful Griffin and Syme has a penalty. We will just look at those as MK5 has 6 seconds of penalties. So at the moment that's going to cost him the win. Brad Mason, Matt Brown both have 3 seconds. Then it's Syme who doesn't have a penalty. Marcis behind him with a 3-second penalty. Finley has a 3-second penalty. Easy Life has 9 seconds of penalties. 50 Gent and Scornful Griffin have none, and the Sloth has 9 at the back. As Scornful Griffin looks to make the move on 50 Gent to start to make his recovery after that spin. So we will keep the penalties up because they are going to be more important than the tyre choices now. Would assume that all the pit stops have been completed for this race. Yes, as Miller Vanilla said in chat, we are going to Vegas next. I believe this is the Route 66. The two of the 3 US tracks. There'll be an Arabian Nights one featuring Qatar and maybe Bahrain or Abu Dhabi or Jeddah. There's quite a few Arab tracks now. As through there goes Scornful Griffin. Let's keep an eye on Marcis and Syme as they are very close together. And Syme is trying to stay within 3 seconds of the two in front of him to try and get a podium here, as Easy Life picks up another penalty. Mance is looking to make a move on Syme here. Up the inside he goes and makes it stick. They have caught right up to Matt Brown. I think he must have had some kind of problem. A little bit of glitching there. Mancis makes it stick. Syme needs to stay with them as they've all got penalties in front of him. 3 laps to go. MK5 on Bags is out in front and he's trying to get that 3-second gap he needs in order to win the race, and he's literally right on the cusp of that. As it stands, MK5 on Bags would be your winner, and Scornful Griffin picks up a penalty. 2 drivers left who haven't got a penalty. You're watching one of them, that's Syme, and the other is 50 Gent down in 9th. So a thrilling scrap as always here in DRS. Don't forget it's Mondays and Thursdays from 8 PM on the DRS channel, Dynamic Racing League UK, as well as my own channel, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Blobby_Butler. Do give us a follow. Easy Life picks up another penalty. That's 15 seconds worth. We're going to stick with this battle between Mancis, Matt Brown in front and Syme behind. MK5 on Bags is driving away into the distance. He's now got a 4.5 second gap, which, provided he doesn't pick up any more penalties, is going to be enough to win him the race. Syme needs to stick with these two to leapfrog them as Brad Mason picks up a second penalty. So MK5 on Bags will be delighted when he sees that. As will these three, as they're only around about 3 seconds behind. Mancis is going to go up the inside and overtake Matt Brown for 3rd place on the track. Syme had a look but realises he doesn't need to do anything silly. Just stay with them. And one or more of these drivers are going to end up on the podium. Syme looks set for 2nd at this point. Just by keeping it clean. Just 2 drivers out of the 10 remaining with no penalties. Very easily obtained here, as Easy Life is proving. Syme looking to hook it up round the outside of Matt Brown. Thinks better of it this time through the slalom. Mance is now closing the gap on Brad Mason to very close to what he needs to leapfrog him. MK5 on bags then 4 seconds ahead of Brad Mason, both with 6-second penalties. Mansis and Matt Brown are next with 3-second penalties. Syme in 5th. Looks like he's going to get on the podium by having no penalties. The final lap begins. Behind these, in 6th place, is Finley, ahead of Scornful Griffin. 50 Gent, with no penalties, is in 8th. His teammate Easy Life is doing the penalty collecting. He's got 18 seconds of penalties. He's in 9th. And he'll still hold 9th at the moment, as Sloth is 13 seconds behind him and has 9 seconds of penalties himself. So Sloth, the last one going at the moment. We're in the final lap of the race. Brad Mason has just done enough to drop Mansis slightly. Is he going to be far enough ahead of Syme? That's the gap you want to watch now, as Sloth picks up another penalty, and that's going to condemn him to finishing last. MK5 on bags then into the final sector. And it's been a great drive from him. He's going to negate those penalties for the win. Round the final corner he comes, and MK5 on bags wins in Texas. Brad Mason comes home second, but will drop some places, I think. Not to Mansis or Matt Brown, but maybe to Syme. There he is. Syme takes second, ahead of Brad Mason, which knocks Mansis down off the podium. Matt Brown in 5th. Finley finishes in 6th place. Scornful Griffin in 7th. Here's 50 Gent now coming home with his teammate Easy Life right behind him. Those 18 seconds of penalties, and the last one home is going to be the Sloth in the Alfa Romeo. So it's a win for MK5 on bags, the Alpine, ahead of Syme in 2nd and Brad Mason in 3rd. MK5 on bags, your driver of the day. Don't go anywhere, folks, because we have got another race coming right up. We are heading to Las Vegas. New track, of course, for this year. And hopefully we'll load in alright. Won't be F1 without lobby problems, will it? Here we are. Here's MK5 on bags, making his way to the top step. Syme then holding in for 2nd. And 3rd place for Brad Mason. Hopefully we're going to get some more people in for the second race as well. There is your classified standings then. Not got time to read through them, sorry, I was reading the Discord chat. So maybe we'll have a little few more diving in for the next race. As you can see, we're back in the lobby. It will be Vegas, it will be one shot quali and a 13 lap race. Apologies for that glitch. That's actually Finley in the Ferrari and Smudgett in the Alfa Romeo. Wavy has jumped in to the Aston Martin. We lost the other gentleman who was in the Aston Martin who DNF'd in the first race. I think he left. And we've got Jacob in the Williams. So welcome in. We seem to have also lost Syme in the Ferrari. And Sloth. No, Sloth's just changed his car. He's gone to Alpha Tauri instead of Alfa Romeo. But we're going to get going anyway. So here we go then, one shot quali, which is a bit difficult to cover as a commentator because everyone's on their flying laps at once and they can't see each other. So I'll just pick somebody. We'll go with last race's winner, MK5 on bags. And we'll follow his lap and we'll tell you what goes on as it happens. Here we are then at the new Las Vegas circuit, which makes its real life debut sometime in the autumn, I believe. Here we go then, the countdown brings us in and I am going to go to MK5 on bags if I can. Here we are, here's MK5. We'll stick with him rather than keep changing as Mansis and Jacob are both out. So Mansis and Jacob are out. MK5 at the moment battling with Finley and his teammate and Brad Mason for the number one spot. A bit of will there. Wavy now up at the top of the list. We'll stay with MK5 just so you don't see continually flicking between drivers. Oh, he's invalidated. And MK5 will be starting from near the back as he's invalidated his lap. Going too deep into that final chicane. Wavy is on pole position, a 132.9. We've got Easy Life in 7th. I will run you through the order. Wavy then, 132.9, taking pole position from Scornful Griffin in 2nd, 133.2. A further 10th back almost was Matt Brown in the Alpine. Then it's Finley, 133.4. Brad Mason, 133.9. Smug, 134.7. Easy Life, 134.8. And Sloth, 135.6. Disqualified were 50 Gent and MK5 on bags, invalidating their laps, and crashing out were Jacob and Mansis. So we've got some fast runners that are going to be at the back of the field, which can always make it more interesting. But Wavy will be your pole sitter. Just a 13 lap race, this one. Will be a one-stop strategy. As always, little pause. Let the drivers get their strategies and things locked in. Do give us your predictions in the chat. Of course, there may still be time to join the DRS for the new season. I'm not sure about the number of available seats. Please do send a message to the Dynamic Racing League UK chat or inbox and they will surely get back to you. As off we go for the formation lap. And it's Wavy in the Aston Martin who leads us away. I'm going to put the tyres up as we've got a few people going for the alternative mediums first strategy. But Wavy on pole, Scornful Griffin in 2nd, Matt Brown in 3rd and Finley in 4th are all on the softs first. 4 different constructors though on the first 2 rows. Then it's Brad Mason in the McLaren with Smug in the Alfa Romeo. Those are on mediums. Easy Life just went very deep there. He is on softs in the Mercedes from the Sloth who has changed cars. He has now gone to Alpha Tauri. Jacob in the Williams is in 9th. Mansis is 10th. The Aston Martin. 50 Gent is 11th. And your winner from Texas moments ago, MK5 on bags, will start in 12th and last position. This one, of course, potential for disaster because it's a street track, it's a new track that not a lot of people are very familiar with just yet. So be prepared to see carnage. Wavy has been disqualified from the session. Everyone's coming in far too fast to park, and nearly everybody is being disqualified from the session. only a couple. Scornful, Matt Brown, Jacob and Mansis not being disqualified as MK5 hits his mark. It's going to give us this awful back view, isn't it? And we're underway, and Wavy leads up to the first corner. Matt Brown has already got ahead of Scornful Griffin, who's now being pressured by his teammate Brad Mason. Easy Life is up to 5th. Finley's had a dreadful start. He's dropped all the way to 10th. Make that 9th. But he must have had a really bad start as he was up there. Easy Life going up the inside. Easy Life trying to go up the inside of one of the McLarens. And making it stick. And past the other McLaren goes Easy Life, but he's got off. And he's got a penalty for corner cutting. He's had to get the place back. Wavy leads from Matt Brown. Then it's Brad Mason. Easy Life. Matt Brown's also picked up a penalty there. Then it's Scornful Griffin from the Sloth. Then it's Finley, Mansis, Jacob, MK5 on Bags. Overtaking Jacob. And Jacob's into the wall. Into the wall goes Jacob. Scornful Griffin retakes Easy Life. They go 3 wide in behind. Finley going past the Sloth. Mansis trying to go past both of them. How's this going to work out? Sloth loses a couple of places there. Mansis slots in behind Finley. MK5 on Bags is right there. And MK5 on Bags now overtakes Sloth as well. And off goes Finley, and he's taken Sloth out. Finley has taken Sloth out there. Mansis up the inside, and we've got a safety car, have we? Or a virtual safety car. I can't see the safety car on track. So we must have a virtual. Mansis had overtaken Easy Life before that. It is a virtual safety car at this stage. Virtual safety car. Wavy leads from Matt Brown. Then it's the 2 McLarens and Mansis, followed by Easy Life. MK5 is up to 7th from the back of the field, and Brad Mason has just lost 2 places under the VSC. Mansis has had to give that back. MK5 on Bags has overtaken Easy Life, and we're racing again. MK5 was very well on it there and takes the place as we start racing again. Jacob in behind, trying to overtake Smug. They're side by side. Smug's going to try and hold it up the inside. He can't manage it, and Mansis is round. Round goes Mansis, and he's going to drop to the back. Round goes Mansis. Into the pits comes Finley, and he's got another penalty and has pit and quit. So Finley is out. Smug has had a problem now and has lost a piece of his front wing. I did mention this might be Carnage, being a new track that nobody knows and being a street track with proximity to walls. And Easy Life now is up to 4th, is he? No, he's had to give those positions back again. Maybe overran a corner. Very much reminding me of Jeddah in the early days when nobody knew their way around it. As into into a lovely overtake. There goes MK5 on Bags on Brad Mason, and MK5 from the back of the field, from the back of the grid, is now 4th. He's doing incredibly well. Brad Mason has got Easy Life for company here, and somebody's off at the back. I think that's Jacob is off at the back. Easy Life trying to hang it up around the outside. Mansis has overtaken Sloth. Wavy sets the fastest lap of the race. But that's quickly beaten by Scornful. MK5 on Bags is pitting and now has picked up a penalty for pit lane speeding. Brad Mason is also pitting. So Wavy leads from Scornful Griffin. Matt Brown is 3rd, Easy Life 4th. 50 Gent is up to 5th ahead of Mansis, who you can see being pursued by the Sloth. MK5 has made a very early pit stop and picked up a penalty in doing so. He's now down to 8th. Brad Mason is 9th, also having made a very early pit stop and hoping the Sloths will go the distance. Sloth picks up a penalty. Smug is coming out of the pits now, and Jacob is following him out of the pits. So we saw them come to some problems with walls and lose parts of their cars. So that explains their early pit stops. But Wavy comfortably 5 seconds ahead. Scornful Griffin will give chase. The TSL champion. Matt Brown is in 3rd place. A good showing so far for Easy Life, and we've got a problem in behind. Matt Brown is out of the race. Matt Brown is out of the race. Matt Brown into the wall and out of the race as his car managed to be moved out of the way. It appears so. Let's just see if we can see. It has indeed. So no further need for a safety car. Matt Brown then, the second one, out of the race after Finley's pit and quit. We're down to 10. And we've got a caution again in sector 1. Is that one of the... And Brad Mason is out of the race. Brad Mason out. And round goes Smug. Just as we come to him, Smug spins. Brad Mason is out of the race. And let's see if they can clear this one up with... They can indeed. It's gone. It's this difficult chicane catching a couple of people out. Wavy then, now 10 seconds clear. And he's making it look easy at the moment. Scornful Griffin is in second and is coming into the pits. An early stop. Easy Life goes through into second. He's having a great time. Mansis goes through into third. 50 Gent up to fourth. MK5 on Bags will go up to fifth. He set the fastest lap of the race. And he goes ahead of Scornful. Sloth is also in the pits. 50 Gent seems to have been disconnected. That's not good to see. He's having a great race at the moment. He's up in fourth place. And we've got a caution in sector 3. And is that Smug having a bit of a problem? He's at the back of the field at the moment. Here comes Mansis catching Easy Life. It's getting near to the pit window for the soft runners. Mansis could be onto something with the mediums as usual. And he's got DRS here, and he's going to get second place here. The Aston Martin breezing past as Wavy pits. The Aston Martin in the lead pits as his teammate goes into second. But he was well clear. He had a big lead. And Easy Life is also going to pit now. And has been caught speeding in the pit lane. It's a penalty for Easy Life. He's going to come back out. 50 Gent has also pit. So the double stack working for Mercedes there. Scornful has come back out. He's come back to fourth. Wavy is right behind Mansis already, having pit. The two teammates, I think Mansis will want to get out of the way here. As he's not pit, they're on alternate strategies. And Wavy's lead has dropped slightly because MK5 on bags pitted early. And is now putting in the pace. No sign yet of Mansis moving out of the way, and off again is Smug. We'll go to him shortly, but we'll watch these two as they come very close together there, but Wavy retakes the lead. That possibly took a bit longer than I'd have expected it to. But Wavy has retaken the lead from Mansis. MK5 on bags picks up another penalty. Scornful Griffin is in fourth. Easy Life is fifth from 50 Gent, who I think is just getting back in. Jacob overtaking the Sloth in the background there. Jacob makes the overtake, and off now is an Alpine. It's MK5 on bags. MK5 on bags is off, and Scornful Griffin is up to third place. So off there went the Alpine. We'll keep an eye on Sloth here and Jacob, wheel to wheel. Oh, a big wobble there for Sloth. Pushing very hard to try and get to Jacob, but he's just dropped out of the DRS zone. And MK5 on bags is off again. And Easy Life has overtaken him and up into fourth place. Wavy leads his teammate Mansis, who pits now. Mansis will come out around about Easy Life and MK5, who both have penalties. Scornful goes through. Where's Easy Life? He is coming now at a rate of knots. Is he going to get past Mansis? Where is Mansis? Is he out of the pits? Mansis is out of the pits, ahead of Easy Life. MK5 on bags pits again, and is serving his penalty as well. Sloth again on the back of Jacob. Is he going to go for a move this time? Well, the outside he goes. Is there enough room? Yes, there is. Sloth overtakes Jacob. Smug is in the pits once again. I think he's after a fastest lap attempt. Who currently has the fastest lap? Let's have a look. Scornful currently the fastest lap with 1:34.5. We'll put the penalties up for you. 8 seconds for Easy Life, 3 for Sloth and 3 for MK5 on Bags, having just served the other one as Jacob retakes the position from Sloth. And we've got a caution in Sector 2. MK5 on Bags is off once again, I think. It's not been his day in Las Vegas. I'll tell you whose day it has been. Wavy. 14 seconds the gap. He's led throughout. And he seems to be cruising home for a comfortable victory. It's lap 10 of 13. At the moment, a 1-3 for Aston Martin as Mansis is in third. Scornful Griffin in the sandwich in the McLaren in second. His teammate Brad Mason, one of 3 DNFs, along with Matt Brown and Finley. Good showing for Mercedes here. Easy Life in 4th and 50 Gent in 5th. But Jacob is catching 50 Gent slightly. He's still got Sloth for company. MK5 on Bags is then way back, and Smug is even further back. And Wavy might lap Smug before the end of the race. Here comes Sloth again attacking Jacob. They've been having a right battle. A really good battle throughout the race, and Sloth does make the move stick again on Jacob as Mansis sets the fastest lap of the race. Is he going to do enough to catch Scornful Griffin and battle him for that Aston 1-2? It's possible. It's possible, but improbable with just a couple of laps to go. Sloth now catching 50 Gent, but he's still got Jacob in his mirrors, and he's still got a 3-second penalty to deal with. Mansis has the gap now down to 2.2 seconds to Scornful. And round goes Sloth. Sloth is round. I don't know if there was contact, but Mansis on these new soft tyres is catching Scornful Griffin at a rate of knots. Has he got enough time left in the race? Here he is. Wavy has begun lap 12 of 13. Up in front. The gap is now 1.9 seconds with 2 laps to go. And MK5 on Bags is out of the race. Out of the race goes MK5 on Bags. That promotes Smug to 8th place. 1.4 now the gap for Mansis. He is closing and closing, but is he going to have enough time? MK5's car has been packed away without the need for a safety car or too many waved yellows. It's not going to disrupt these two. Mansis 0.7 behind now. And into the wall goes Scornful Griffin. He was feeling the pressure from Mansis behind him, and he's in the wall. And Easy Life is now possibly going to catch him as well. And surely Scornful got damage from that. Let's try and have a look. I think there's a bit of front wing missing. He might just have to try and last that out, with it being the last lap of the race coming up. But it's looking likely to be an Aston Martin 1-2. Easy Life is now trying to close in. But of course penalties are going to deny him, even if he was to overtake Scornful. 8 seconds of penalties are going to deny him a podium. If Scornful can make it round this final lap. Easy Life is going to get the overtake, but now he's going to try and make 8 seconds in a lap, which I don't think is possible, even with a damaged McLaren of Scornful Griffin. Wavy, though, in an absolute league of his own in this race. Clear throughout. Easy Life has that gap over 3 seconds. But to get it to 8 will be some job, I think. So it's going to be a 4-5 for Mercedes. Unless Jacob can get 50 gent on the last lap. Let's go to Wavy then, as he comes up to the final little bend here, and across the line, a Wavy wins in Las Vegas for Aston Martin. Mansis will come home behind him in second to complete a 1-2 for the Aston Martin team. Easy Life then, he's got it up to 5.7 seconds ahead of Scornful Griffin, 6 seconds ahead of Scornful Griffin. He could do it. Could he do it? I think he's just going to fall short. Easy Life crosses the line, and Scornful is just about going to take back that third place by 1.4 seconds. And Jacob on the final corner takes 5th place from 50 gent. Jacob on the final corner takes 5th for Williams, ahead of 50 gent in the Mercedes. Sloth has come home in 7th, and we await Smug to be the final finisher for Alfa Romeo. Your DNFs: MK5 on bags, Brad Mason, Matt Brown and Finley. But it's a 1-2 for Aston Martin. Wavy, absolute league of his own. And Mansis coming home second. Scornful Griffin held on to third because of Easy Life's penalties, and goes on to the podium despite hitting the wall under pressure from Mansis, who is given driver of the day by the game. Jacob nicked 5th place on the line from 50 gent, meaning it's 4-6 for Mercedes-Benz. An eventful one then, as always, especially in Las Vegas on a new track. Wavy, your winner from Mansis in second, from 10th on the grid, Mansis, and the fastest lap. Scornful Griffin in third for McLaren from Easy Life, whose 2 penalties cost him a podium. Jacob in 5th place for Williams from 50 gent in 6th. The Sloth for AlphaTauri finishes 7th from Smug in 8th in the Alfa Romeo. The DNFs were MK5 on bags, Brad Mason, Matt Brown and Finley. We will be back on Thursday, and I will tell you where we're going on Thursday, if I can just get the right thing up. So that was DRS World Tour Route 66. Next, we've got on Thursday, the Middle East mission. It's Abu Dhabi followed by Qatar. That's Thursday from 8 p.m. here on F123 Dynamic Racing League UK with me, Blobby Butler. Until then, it's good night from me. It's good night from the DRS. And thank you for watching. Oops, wrong button.
Bye.